Hey, Coach, just looking at Oso, plus 52 on the night. How did you see him make the most of his opportunity out there and just what he was able to provide the bench?
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen 50, plus 52 in 26 minutes very often. I actually thought it was a typo when I saw it in the game, but I mean, it felt like it. Every time he was on the floor, he impacted both ends. Thought he was fantastic defensively. We've asked him to switch a lot, play on the perimeter, and also be aggressive on the perimeter. So thought he got his hands on a lot of balls, 3 block shots, 2 steals, 6 defensive rebounds. He was all over the place. And you just can't drive him. At times he's able to guard all those guys, and we knew that they're such a great driving team. Yeah, he was able to do it on both ends. It's a great night for him.
Coach, obviously Grayson with the leg. Maybe I don't know if you got a chance to look at it on the replay. What did you see, and how's he feeling?
Yeah, I haven't seen the replay. We heard right there at the end of the first half that he wouldn't be coming back. I think it was just a knee to the quad. I don't think it's anything serious. He was in good spirits there. Thankfully, we have 2 days in between games finally, so I wouldn't anticipate anything, but we'll take a look.
When you're able to see Dylan and Devin impact the game the way they did, scoring, they do it in 2 totally different ways. Just maybe what you saw from both of them tonight that made them so effective.
Yeah. Just our intent. Like, second night of a back-to-back is not easy. It doesn't matter who you're playing, where you're playing, what part of the season, not easy. And after a relatively close game last night, those guys, I think, both played 38 minutes last night. We had to come out and set the tone. We knew their energy would be high. Their purpose would be critical tonight to really get after us early. And I thought, like, their pace early, we felt it. Their pressure, how they pressure full court, looks very similar to last year. So we tried to address it pregame, tried to talk about it in an honest, direct manner that, we have to be ready to go, and those guys lead us. And, really in the second quarter where we were able to open it up a little bit, and then, of course, there in the third.
Jordan, it felt like we saw Devin finding ways to get downhill a little more intentionally in today's game, just with the pressure and the extended pickup points. What did you see from him in that, and do you feel like that's something that kind of really gets the blender rolling for you guys when your half-court offense is at its best?
Yeah, he's just finding solutions. It's what it's about. Every night's different. Tonight, that pressure is probably as different as we're going to see all year. Saw it a little bit in China against Brooklyn, but their pressure is unique. And he's going to be aggressive, and if there's no one there, he's going to get to the rim. So one night it's trapping them, next night it's pressuring them, the next night it's switching them. That's the beauty of the NBA. And when you're around a really good player, they figure it out.
And then defensively, 36.4% for Indiana today. From that end of the floor, I know Siakam was at the top of your scouting report. What did you kind of see from your defense in terms of shrinking the floor and making him make decisions in crowds to help facilitate that?
Well, it helps by making shots, because then they're not able to run quite as fast against our defense. We were able to set it. Look, there's some shot luck in all this. It felt like they were able to get their downhill in the paint. You can really feel it. They tried it one time, tried again. TJ brings a different element to all that. But I did think we kept them out of the paint as the game went along. We figured it out. You can just feel kind of the rhythm of the game that that's what they're trying to do. So not only on the ball, you really have to guard, but in your gap help. And then once they get to the rim, can we force them to miss? We probably got a little shot luck there at times. Felt like, they'd get to the rim and they'd have an opening, and sometimes it just doesn't go in. So, but we'll take it. We'll take it any way we can get it. But collectively, it was a good defensive night for sure.
Coach, considering that it was a back-to-back, obviously, you're in Dallas, you come back here. How impressed were you sort of with your team's sort of physical conditioning, especially going against Indiana you said it pregame with how physical they can get?
It's where you need your bench, and our bench was fantastic. Again, you don't know where it's coming from, but you're going to need a pop. You're going to need some energy. You're going to need someone to help you get over the hump, whether it's an offensive rebound, whether it's a steal. We had multiple guys. You can see our bench plus minus that impacted the game positively. So 3 and 4 back to back, all those things you can make excuses for, or you can go out and play. Our group is just going to go play. So, not surprising. It's just another thing that we talk about, led by our leaders.
Hey, Coach, I'm just wondering, what does Dylan's shot making, especially on the contested looks, do for you guys? Because no matter what offense you're running, although you're going to get a lot of open shots, you're still going to need guys to hit those tough ones.
Yeah, against any good defensive team, it could get late in the shot clock. You need someone to make a play. And when you have multiple guys out there that can make a play, it's obviously super helpful for your offense. And Dylan had it going. Dylan made some tough twos. But then that's the spirit of the basketball gods. It's like you work, you take care of your body, you do everything you can to go out there every single night and play hard. You get paid back. And his work has started long before he came to Phoenix. And he puts it in, and tonight he was able to benefit from it.
Coach, this game was chippy early with the technicals, DJ and Dylan, and then Siakam and Royce, and then the Bradley flagrant. How do you like the way your team responded to that?
Yeah, we knew they were desperate. We knew that they'd come in with an edge. We know exactly what happened in their last game. We're in a back-to-back. They're on the road. We anticipated some of it. So when you're ready for it, I think as soon as you feel it, you dive right in. And just not sure some of our guys are ever going to back down, no matter who it is. So you respond, but you're ready for whatever it takes to win the game. Tonight it got a little chippy, but we also have some skilled players out there. And as aggressive and competitive, as tight as our group is, we can play the skill game too, so we can win either way. So tonight, it's whatever it takes, no matter where it is, when it is, whatever it takes to win. Tonight it got to that point. After that thing settled and the gap broadened, there was no more of that. So we had to still go win the game. So whatever it takes.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.